All right, so this one is with the grid port or the grid on it, or sorry, it's on the grid. It's on the golden ratio, and then we're doing golden ratio, and then it's at 720. Okay, p on it, which also goes. Which the problem is that that goes to a different phone, and my booking agent was normally in Florida, so I have an issue on it. But hold on, let me go ahead and do this one real quick. Sorry, I'm very open on it. I need a new manager. All right, so 3, 2, 1, action. So yeah, so here I have this. Oh wow, this one showed up right there. Oh wow. Okay, so that. Oh my God, it saves into this box now. Okay, so that's where that is. Okay, so boom. All right. Um, as I sit on my on this bench, this bench is like that. So I have this going on where, um, see, I had a kid earlier walk by earlier. See, this part where I had to go and do this, and he was wearing this in a onesie. Okay, and then we had John Deere come by, and then I talked about the scalping, and then it wound up going, and they missed a few spots, so then they had to come back by. But the grass wasn't supposed to be cut. The grass was supposed to rise. It was supposed to be high here, a foot length high here in Pleasanton. So that's where it's at in the park at Trinity. It was supposed to be foot high grass in the park. Um, so I am looking at that. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? This is where this is at. This is where that's at, and we don't have the full potential of what's gone on because people have moved away. People have gone and changed their lives within what was supposed to be of the business, correct? I only have been here for a few months, but my last name's Rita, so I know a little bit about this and the planning of what was going on back in the day. So I'm here right now, and I was like, you know what? I would rather go and be in Florida, Texas, um, somewhere new, somewhere fun. But I'm here right now, and these people are telling me, go away, do this, do that, do this, do that. So we go, and and I have this on the EDD page right now, where it's like, am I going to have to go ahead and say, well, you know what? I had one episode of Discovering Daniel, and I could have done a season of it, but we didn't have everything going on. And right now, I'm not even trying to say, well, you know what? This is where it's at in our Rite Aid situation. Because in a Bush was what's gone on in my life, and I have this presidential campaign going on, and it was my Bush 42 wound up going into a recession. Okay, Bush 42 went into a recession because I wound up doing 2 states. I went from Florida to on probation. I wound up opening up a new store for Chili's here on Daniel Street, which is that way. And so I didn't go and do, well, here, let me go ahead and do margaritas. And if you have too many chilies, there's a diamond of chilies here, then it's not going to do well. And if people who are representing the Rita brand is not doing well, and they see somebody out on the streets, then it's not going to do well. Do unto others as what you want to be done for yourself. It's not just about having a it's not just having um an undetermined business. Because when I was doing Beauty Intoxication, we teamed up with Beyonce, and we teamed up with, we had Britney Spears, we had everything else going on. We had Kelly Rowland over at Gay Days over at Great America. We had everything going on. And right now there's a change. We're not as young as what we used to be. We are... we have to update our contracts. For some of them, our contracts are not there anymore. Hey, it tastes weird. It tastes gritty. Nope. And don't drink out of a hose. I wound up getting water out of a hose. It's like how when I was a little kid, and it tasted weird. It tasted like gas.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it tasted really weird. So, have a good one. But I had this. Oh gosh, where was I going? See, I get distracted now. What's up, Spider-Man? Watch out! I'm warning you, it tastes weird, and watch out! It's going to shoot up. It's going to go different ways. But that's just where it's at. You know, we had. If people are not going to be treated the way that they're supposed to, and my name is Daniel Rita. I lived in Alameda County. I lived in San Joaquin. I lived in Florida. If people are not treating the Rita name right, then especially at the house, if there's a family fight and they're calling the cops, and there's a situation, then it affects everyone in the community. It's like me working over at Ross over in San Leandro. And then going to Allied Contractors, leaving there after I got out of the Navy in 2004. And then they skipped out on my bill. When I had a Toyota Corolla distributor cap situation and a storyline, and Shannon and Chris were my neighbors. They celebrated my 21st birthday over at Mezzanine. And I'm upset because I've been out on the street. Look, this is C's Candy right here, right? And then this is Rite Aid. This is with my phone number, right? And my address on it, and those are my receipts on a Rubbermaid. And I had the same officer come by. The other day he was over here, and I was sleeping on the bridge, right? And I was like, and I was like, nobody wants to go to court for when this happens. When on Easter Sunday, my car got stolen. It went from Oakland A's to Oakland Ballers now. So it is what it is on an Oakland Ballers situation. But it's it's the hardship. It's the hardship of one child coming before the other child, and trying to play favoritisms on things instead of making things work. Like I said before, it's like me going from Poinsettia Apartments, my Poinsettia apartment in Sebring, Florida, after I left Chili's, and I wound up leaving. And I was like, you know what? This is where it's at. I've gone and I did what I was supposed to do. And I had my T-Mobile number. I did LA and I did everything, and I left my phone number, and I left the business, so to speak, in a Tiesto situation. But I had everything that was together. Um, you know, the problem is I think I vote where I messed up at was automatic log out. It logged me out automatically. It's about to expire. Any unsaved data, blah blah blah. I didn't even know I was still online. Like I might. That's where it's at. Automatic log out. So that's where it's at. Because I have to do my inactivity on my phone. I have to get it on my phone. That's what I'm gonna have to do. On my electronic data. Daniel's electronic data of the EDD situation. So that's what I'm supposed to do, that's what I have to do. Electronic data. I totally forgot about that. Fuck me. And it's been a while. But that's where it's at. So that's where it's at, because I have to get my stuff together. So I'm going to have to stop this recording. It said stop recording. It popped up. And I have to get this going, because I wish it was back in Florida with the trees. That's me and Shalita. Daniel, Shalita, Dominique. A Disney story. But then that went into Donald Harris. They're probably trying to go into another Donald situation, because there's a warning going on through everything, because somebody stole my phone. A stolen T-Mobile found. So that's where it's at, and I have to get it. I have to get it together. So I'll talk to you guys later on. Today's 3:03. So my first kiss went a little something like this. And I should have done it. Was it Denver or Sebring that I was supposed to do? All right. So I'll talk to you later on. And I hope all is well. Bye.